Pretty sure I'm in love with my roommate and I hate it. I met my roommate through a friend of a friend. We got along pretty well, and I admired how confident she was, and the fact that she spoke 4 languages fluently. She told me she thought I was funny, and we had a lot in common. Basic shit. We went home and figured we'd probably never see each other again. I live in New York. In summer of 2016, while visiting CA again, I got invited to a group watch/viewing party thing for Stranger Things with the same group of friends. Sure enough, she was there. It was only supposed to be a couple hours long, but a few of us decided to stay and binge because we really liked the show. She and I were 2 of those people. She remembered who I was, and I was freaking thrilled. It's crazy because I genuinely wasn't into her romantically right away, I just really wanted to spend time with her. We ended up having a great time and exchanged numbers. From then on, we were pretty good friends, despite the distance. Our relationship was unique compared to any others I've had, right off the bat. It was such a haphazard mix of barely knowing anything about each other while also knowing really deep and personal stuff about each other that no one else knew. I'm sure this was partly because of the long distance, but still I'd say we were pretty close. By the end of 2017 I considered her one of my best friends. In 2019 I got a job, and I was allowed the option to relocate. One of the possible locations was a city in SoCal, and I took it. You can obviously see where this is going. We decided to live together, and everything got 1,000 times better. I can't even describe it, but to no one's surprise, we made great roommates. Quarantine affected her job pretty heavily since she worked in fashion. She ended up staying home a lot and I was able to do my job from home. Her family is small and consists of only a few people, and I don't really have any living family left, so this fortunately made the whole pandemic thing a lot less scary. This led to us spending tons of time together just talking and enjoying each other's presence, even learning some new languages together. Last year she brought up how she'd love to live in different countries for a few years at a time. She asked me how I felt about moving, and I told her I would go anywhere in the world with her if she asked me to. I think we both assumed I said this because I, like her, love experiencing different cultures and languages in different places, but in retrospect I think I was already in love with her. It's coming up on 1 year we've been living in another country, and it's been refreshing and scary for many reasons. But mainly this has been the hardest year of my life because I'm always so close to her. We don't have many strict physical boundaries, this we've mutually agreed upon and are comfortable with, so she'll walk in and use the bathroom while I'm in the shower, she'll lay on me and fall asleep if we're both on the couch or even in bed. This has never been a problem and we both completely trust each other. But recently, having realized how I feel, it makes me really nervous. She still works in fashion, so historically I've let her dress me up and practice on me because I don't mind. And honestly, she has great taste. She's been making jokes like I've always wanted to dress up my boyfriend, and just jokingly referring to me in that way. I'm so dumbstruck I honestly can't remember if she's always made jokes like that every so often and it only stands out to me now because of how I feel, or if this is new. But either way I'm starting to worry that she's able to pick up on my shift in energy when she gets close to me. I just can't help it. One night we were messing around with her extra makeup palettes. Yes, I let her practice makeup on me. Our faces were incredibly close, and I kept effing up and dropping things and stuttering, which aren't the usual for me. She definitely noticed. I had the virus and have been having mild lasting issues from it, so I just keep blaming everything on that, including heart palpitations. I feel like I'm super obvious and she somehow already knows. Everything she talks about, the things she enjoys, the way she laughs. I could listen to her talk forever about anything. When she falls asleep, she snores. She has no idea. I think it's cute, but I don't want to embarrass her by telling her. But when she dozes off and leans on me, all I can think about is that this is all I want out of life. Dramatic, I know. I am truly in too deep. I'm so worried about ruining everything, it's tearing me apart. Even now I keep writing things like it's okay if she doesn't feel the same. She's currently asleep next to me and looking at her. It just makes me think I'll be devastated if that's the case. And then what? 6 years of friendship. She is my best friend. I just don't know what to do. I'm going to tell her. I came really close to chickening out. I got back from work the other day and tried to act normally. She could immediately tell that something was off with me, and I told her I was just tired, which was actually true. I got back later than I usually do, but it was like everything was amplified by 100. I kept noticing small things that were making me crazy. Even just the way she was standing when I walked in, how she smiled at me, what she was wearing and how it fit her. I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep without telling her. Basically, I just ended up blurting it out. Romantic, I know. She was sitting with me, and I told her I loved her. She said she loved me too, but we've said that to each other before. So, I clarified that no, I meant I am in love with her. She went quiet for a moment, and I thought I was gonna pass out. Everything was a blur after that because she kissed me, and I couldn't hold back anymore. The release of everything I've felt for these past few years is indescribable. I can't f***ing believe it took me this long. When I woke up the following morning, I thought for a split second that I just dreamt everything. But with her next to me, I've never felt so relieved in my life. I love her more than anything. Which I already knew, but it feels so different now. I called out of work today because I can't pry myself away from her. I'm being extremely cheesy, but I literally do not care. And yes, the dressing up my boyfriend thing was part of her trying to drop hints.